I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Let's turn now in the Grade 4 Discovering Music Theory workbook, starting at page 59, and we're going to look at ornaments. Now, a composer may want some decoration around a main melody note that fits with the harmony of the music that you're playing. He may want a little embellishment that sort of is a little bit of icing on the cake. And instead of writing all sorts of little bitty notes, he just gives us, or she, the composer just gives us an indication using a recognised sign, and then the performer will know what to do to embellish that note. And so the trill, it sometimes is called the shake. I really dislike that term. It seems a really clumsy word, but it does exist, so just be aware of that. The trill is easily recognisable by the TR for trill, and sometimes we get a wiggly line afterwards, just nicely depicting what actually happens, where we just literally alternate next door notes repeatedly after each other. Now the upper mordent, it's just like a brief clip of a trill. It's the melody note that then just blips up and goes back again, and then that's it. We continue with the melody note. And the upper mordent is comparable to its inverse, the lower mordent, which is just with a little line through it showing it's inverted, and we just blip the other way. So a trill, we alternate upwards, the upper mordent we alternate upwards and back, and then we're done, whereas the lower mordent is a quick blip down and back again. This one is particularly famous for if you listen to the opening of Bach's Toccata in D minor. It's that famous organ opening. That's your lower mordent there. Just listen to the first few notes and you'll have got that. And so the upper mordent is the sort of the opposite of that. Now the turn I particularly like. It's called the upper turn because you can have an inverted form, but we don't concern ourselves with that here. And it really is a clever little description of what we do. If this is the harmony note or the melody note which matches the harmonies that the composer is writing, that's the main note. There's the main note. We just start above and weave around it. And so it's a great little depiction of what the performer is asked to do. Sometimes it can occur after a note, so we have the actual melody note and then we add the instrument. Look how it's positioned later. Now then, here we have the Italian version is the acciaccatura, or we can just easily call it the grace note. It's sometimes also called the crushed note, which is exactly what it is. It's just like a quick squish. It's almost not there. Interestingly, drummers call it a flam. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's strange, isn't it? All these different names, and it's just a quick note crushed in, not to be confused with the appoggiatura. Notice there's no little line through this. That's squished in, crushed in, as it were. This one we divide between the main note and the embellishment. We even it out. It's a more gradual term. It's also sort of called a leaning note at times because it just sort of leans in, so it's a more gradual version. Notice that the grace notes, we can have more than one, so the composer could easily put lots more flourish in by just adding a little bit more of a run to that. Now, do have a look at any of the pieces that you're playing. You will need to work out these, and although they sound very beautiful, they are very precisely worked out, and particularly when it comes to trills, they're quite mathematical in the way that you have to fit them into the timing as well. These are more of a quick blip, but these are certainly worked into the timing, so you do have to figure the maths out for that. And it does say here, ask someone to play them for you, but do you know what? Grab your instrument and have a go. And I think even if it doesn't work out super accurate at first, it at least gives you a practical demonstration. You'll be engaged in seeing what's going on here. So let's just turn the page over, and then we can test ourselves. So do just have a look at what we've just been talking about. Just have a quick revision, and then just go ahead, press pause and test yourself. I think with these sorts of things, you just jump in and have a go, and you sort of get the gist of it and learn by your mistakes. So let's just check through these answers together. So this ornament, it's the mordent, but it's actually the inverted one. It's the lower mordent. That's the thing to watch out for. That's the Bach toccata super duper demonstration. Now the appoggiatura is the one where it's leaning. It's not crushed, it's leaning, it's shared equally. It would be this one. Big clue here. It's not a far cry to realise that that's going to be a trill. And then the acciaccatura is the grace note, which is just kind of crushed in there. This little line is the important feature there. And then another word, I've just given you that answer, haven't I? Is for the acciaccatura is the grace note. These are Italian terms. This is a more sort of vernacular, common usage term. And here, this is my favourite. Although with flute I play a lot of trills, oftentimes trills can end in a little turn as well. Not that flutes are the only things that play trills, but they do seem to get a lot. And so this is the turn as we weave around the given note. So there we have some pretty little ornaments. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.